Sí, te oigo. Bueno, yo no sé si estoy tan... No, no. Cuando habla, voy a poder oírle. Tengo entrada de él.
Sí. ¿Tienes otro diadema para el siguiente?
Esto lo lleva él, lo lleva Dani. Dani, ¿tienes de tu lado el diadema preparado?
Yeah, but am I just going to unplug? How do I get off?
Me? That could be one of the questions.
Yeah, okay.
¿Cómo parezco? Está cayendo algo. Y el máster es el centro, ¿no?
Okay. So you touch where? Okay.
Are you ready?
Haha.
Welcome to the Grand Prix Monster Energy of Catalunya. We're here in the Monster Energy compound, high above the Barcelona circuit. Brilliant view we've got from up here. And I am joined, of course, by Monster Energy Tech 3 Yamaha's Bradley Smith, who's going to be the first to join us. We're also going to have his teammate Pol Espargaro up here as well. Cal Crutchlow from the Ducati team. And, of course, Valentino Rossi will be here. Keep asking your questions. Hashtag Ask Bradley. I think I'll get it right.
Yeah.
We've tried enough.
You get there in the
You told
end.
me that I'd mess up at some point, didn't you, Bradley? Thanks for that one. It's come true.
Pressure on you already.
Loads of fans, as you'll have seen on Twitter, have
Yeah.
been sending their questions in to Bradley. So thanks so much to everyone who has sent in questions. We might as well get started with them,
Yeah,
haven't we?
absolutely.
First
Fire
of all,
away.
are you feeling okay?
Just about. I think we're a bit high, so it's a good job I'm not scared of heights
It's
up
not
here.
only high, we're on stools, on a platform, and I just feel like we're about to fall down towards turn 9. It's a little bit worrying, actually, up here. But it's so warm, isn't it? Quite humid this weekend.
Yeah, it's always a tough one, always when we're here, you know, in Montmeló, you know, especially in June. You can't expect it to be a cold one, but I don't know, I like difficult conditions, physically draining. It's why we put all the training and bits and pieces in, and I'm looking forward to putting an end to a 4-race slump and, you know, start a good string of results here this weekend.
I need to have put in more training myself for pit lane, I think, this weekend. Right, first question. We're going to get going with the questions from you. These are all hashtag Ask Bradley on Twitter. First one from Remy Giliberto. Are you happy with your results? Do you think you can do better with the Tech 3 M1?
I'm not really happy with the results, like I said, from the last 4 races. Of course, we can do better. Pol has already shown, you know, what the bike's capable of week in, week out. And, yeah, I mean, I expect more of myself. The team expects more of me, and for whatever reason, we seem to have a little bit of wrong place, wrong time the last 4 races, and I hope that it would be okay just after 3. They said bad luck comes in 3s, but it went into 4, so putting an end to it this weekend and feeling very positive and optimistic.
Right, we've got one here from Izzadin Tazi. He says, good luck for Catalunya. Are you hoping for your first MotoGP podium or even victory, perhaps?
It's certainly not hoping for anything less. If we could be on the podium, obviously that's a dream come true. That would be the great way to start a string of runs. I don't think we're quite in the position at the moment, just with a little bit of lack of confidence and a lack of results the last few races to really fight there. But who's to know? I'm feeling happy on the M1. I already showed a really good pace in warm-up, in Mugello, and we were looking for a strong finish there. So why not? We'll give it our best go.
And some people say there's a possibility of a wet race on Sunday. Is that a good or a bad thing for you, do you think?
Well, I'm an Englishman, so of course it's good. We grew up riding in the rain. If we didn't ride in the rain, we never rode.
Yeah, but you grew up in Spain, right?
That is true. That is true.
Right, we've gone from Dimitar Dimitrov. What would you do? What would you ever do if you got a puncture while going through a high-speed turn? Is that something you've ever encountered?
I think it would close my eyes, cross myself, and hope that I didn't land on the moon. I think a MotoGP bike would end quite bad if you got a puncture. But
we've seen people hit the rim, haven't we, on the curbs before? Marquez was talking about curbs being quite high here. Is this not something to worry about? Is it?
No, not on the outside. Here you have to be, in particular on the inside, you have to pick up your knee and pick up your elbow here because they're, I don't know, I would say maybe 10, 15 centimeters raised off the ground, which if you imagine we get our elbow down even when they're flat, so 10, 15 centimeters we have to really tuck our elbows and tuck our knees in. But yeah, not really something to worry about.
Right, Race Your Life says, what round do you predict the championship will be decided? I don't know if that's pessimistic or optimistic, I'm not sure.
At this race, or at this rate, halfway through the season with Mark, the way that he's going at the moment, I hope this weekend nothing against Mark, but I hope we see a different winner. Really do, because 6 is enough of a record and enough wins for one guy and enough bonus money. He needs to share it with the rest of us.
But all of you Yamaha guys are getting closer, aren't you? Valentino, Jorge, Pol as well, and yourself included.
Yeah, absolutely. We're working very hard in Yamaha at the moment to try and change the dynamic of what the bike does, because of the new style of tyres that have come this year. It's just stopped us from being able to carry the corner speed, which is the strength of the Yamaha. So the last few races, everybody's been working really hard to try and find the balance to basically be able to do the same, but with these harder tyres, and that doesn't happen overnight. And I think we're getting there, we're getting closer, and we'll probably see a strong second half of the season for a Yamaha.
Okay, that's good to see anyway. Right, Ron Bell, he's asked, do you prefer a podium in your home race or a win in any other? I think I could answer this one for him.
Winning's winning. I'm sorry, but winning's winning, and hearing the national anthem in any country is very special. But of course, it would be great to be on the podium at Silverstone. It would be a memorable moment.
Right, I'm having a look now through live questions that we're getting through on Twitter as well. Let's see if we can see any more for you, Bradley. I mean, in terms of this racetrack and the Yamaha, because we've seen some fantastic races over the years. I mean, I'm thinking in particular 2009, Valentino and Jorge, such an epic race. Is it a track that lends itself to Yamaha?
I sure hope so. But to be honest, there doesn't seem to be that difference anymore. Before there was a difference, there was a Honda track, there was a Yamaha track, but right now it seems to be, a Mark track everywhere we go, and very strange. The last few years we haven't really seen Yamaha dominance at one track or Honda.
Why do you think this is then?
I have no idea. I think basically,
Do tyres have something to say in that, perhaps?
Of course, tyres have something to do with it, but I think Honda have worked, on their weaknesses, and I think that we've always played off of our strengths, and because we've played off of our strengths, now we've been caught up. But I assure you, Yamaha's working now on all of their weaknesses, and they're coming with new ideas week in, week out to try and bring us back closer, and it is working. But this has been a 2-year evolution from Honda, and we're trying to do it in 6 races. It's going to take longer than that to really get the Yamaha dialed in, and it's a shame, because I think once we do get it dialed in 2015, and I believe it will be a championship fighting bike next year, you're going to go to Michelin in 2016 and restart it all over again. So,
and who knows what on the electronics front?
Yeah, exactly. There's so many things up in the air. So it's our job as racers, and Yamaha's job as great technicians and a great manufacturing company, to try and find the new route to success. But all 4 of us that are riding the Yamaha bikes are trying hard to be as close to the front as possible.
There's a question that's just come in off Twitter, just the last one we're going to go with for you, Bradley. And I think a lot of people do ask this question of you guys. This is from Sean Collieri, I think it is. Do you ride on the street at all?
I don't.
But a lot of racers choose not to. You do a lot of off-road, don't you? You love your motocross, love your dirt track.
Yeah, and I just feel, and going from previous experience of me riding on the road, I'd lose my license in a day. You know,
I'm not sure whether you're supposed to say that.
Yeah, well, I'm not telling you what speed I went, Gav. But I would lose my license in a day. Unfortunately, my brain's programmed for one thing, and that's riding a MotoGP bike at 350 k's an hour. So to ride a street bike, you know, at 30 makes no sense to me. I can go that fast on a bicycle, so why would I want to ride on the road? And yeah, you know, I'm content with riding my off-road, going to do motocross and things like that. And you know, when you get to ride this thing, you know, every couple of weeks, I'm sorry, but you know, the M25 doesn't really do it for me.
And I tell you what, he's pretty good off-road as well. Pretty good, very good, I think it's right to say. Well, thank you very much, Bradley.
Thank you.
Cheers for that.
Thanks everyone.
Round of applause, please, guys who are here. Can we have something?
Well done, Gav. Well done, Gav.
No, it's you, Bradley. Thank you very much. Cheers for that, Bradley.
Perfect.
Right, I think we'll have a change in the hot seat now coming up. We're going to move on to our next guy. Welcome back then to the Monster Energy compound here at the Monster Energy Grand Prix de Catalunya. We are sat high above the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit, and joining me, someone who knows this place, I think probably better than anyone else in the whole of MotoGP. It's Pol Espargaro, of course, from the Monster Energy Tech 3 Yamaha team. First things first, Pol, can you see your house from here? Can we see it from up here?
Yeah, maybe you see this one. Yeah,
it's down there.
Yeah,
the massive one.
The white one. No, with the cat. You see the cat? You see my cat?
Cat, right? Somewhere at the back, anyway. Pol is. Because you do live 2 kilometers, 3 from here.
Yeah, I was living. Now I'm living in Andorra, but yeah, I was.
Oh, you're from? Should I say?
Yeah, I was all of my life there, and yeah, when some bike or car was riding here, I heard the noise, so it was really cool to live here, and I enjoy it a lot. Yeah.
Right, so we have been, of course, asking you to send your questions into all the Monster Energy riders here. Hashtag Ask Pol if you want to get one into Pol before he finishes with us on stage. We're going to start with some of your questions you've been sending in. So first one is from, I will get the name wrong in, Gaboka Regius. I don't know, is the switch to MotoGP bikes, Pol, is it quicker to adapt to, seeing your performance so far as being consistent? Is it something you found easy to adapt to?
Well, it's easy to ride in MotoGP. It's not, ride, for example, what we did in Valencia after the race in Moto2. Okay, just go on a MotoGP and make some laps and just enjoy the bike. It's quite easy because you have many traction controls, electronic systems that make everything easier. But after, when you want to make a lap time, the difficulty starts. You know, you have to be with a good setting, a good setup of the all electronic system, and after with a good setup on the bike, and yeah, it's really difficult to be fast. In one lap, you can imagine in one race that it's a lot of laps. Yeah.
But it's coming in France, in Italy as well.
Yeah, it looks like.
How much do you enjoy those?
Yeah, looks like we are a little bit better than at the beginning of the season for sure. Right now we are learning, and we have to learn a lot of top guys of Vale and Jorge. But for sure, okay, we are not amazing, but we are okay. We are learning a lot, and we are learning fast. That it's important. In Le Mans we did a good result, and also in Mugello, but I think still a lot to improve, because the top guys are giving to me more or less 10 seconds per race, and this is not cool.
Not enough. You want closer. You want
yeah,
closer.
For sure. Why
like
not?
That. Of course, Pol is Moto2 world champion, just like Marc Marquez was before him. And there's a question from Andreas Costa. Do you feel, if you had a Yamaha M1 factory bike, that you'd be able to challenge Marc?
I really don't know. I think gonna be difficult because for sure, not impossible, but difficult because I know that Lorenzo and Valentino, they are doing an amazing job and they are doing very good races and they are not able right now to beat Mark. And for sure, I'm not a superhero, so I really don't know if I with our M1, the official one, I can beat Mark. First, I have to have it, and after maybe I have to, you know, to fight with him, and maybe in some day we will fight with him and we will win him. But right now we are on a tech-free team with a semi-official bike and just enjoying this season, learning a lot and looking forward the future because maybe someday I will have official one and maybe we can beat Mark.
What about racing here? Because one of the questions is, what are the feelings having your brother as one of your rivals in MotoGP? Is it worse, the feeling here at home?
Yeah, it's increasing a little bit when you are at home. I don't know why, but...
is it because your mum and dad are everyone in the side? And if you...
Yeah, my mom is saying to me, please don't beat Aleix. And my father said, hey, you have to beat Aleix. So it's quite difficult to fight with Aleix. And normally in all races it's difficult because it's your brother and you don't like it. You just like fight with your brother, but yeah, it's our job. We have to do it, and we are with good teams, and we have to win for that teams and to fight for that teams. And if we have to fight, it will be so great. And if we have to fight during all season, for sure, I hope that this race will be the one.
It's a great atmosphere as always here in Barcelona. I'm sure it'll be a great atmosphere with the brothers. Of course, we have the Monster girls are here as well, as always, in the Monster Energy compound. And it's a great atmosphere at this race as always. But little Al wants to know, less about the girls. He wants to know what your favourite cheese is.
My favourite what?
Cheese.
Cheese?
Queso.
To eat?
To eat. That's what he wanted to know. He's had.
Really?
He can ask any question in the world. And Al, for some reason, wants to know what your favourite cheese is.
You know that I don't like the cheese, the hard cheese. I like the cheese, the soft one. I'm like a lady with the cheeses because I like the soft one. It's like a plastic, you know. The
fake cheese.
Yeah,
like really...
fake cheese. The burger cheese. I don't like the hard cheese. The Roquefort, for example.
No.
Yeah, I don't like. So yeah, the soft cheese.
I have a question that someone else sent in. If you had a superpower,
yeah,
what would it be?
Difficult. Yeah, stop the time.
To stop time?
Yeah, for sure.
And what would you do if you could stop time?
Just put my finger in your eyes.
In mine?
Yeah, a little bit right now, okay?
Sure. Oh, thanks.
No, I'm joking. Just, okay, if you have to choose, why not? You can do everything. If you stop the time,
yeah.
I will be the one on the track. For sure, I can take all bikes, not just my Yamaha, so can be perfect.
And nobody would know?
Yeah, nobody would know.
That's a bit cheeky.
Maybe if I crash, yeah, maybe.
You could stop time and come back and still be in the race. I like it. I like your thinking.
It's nice, yeah.
We'll see if it's possible one day. The thing is, we wouldn't know if it was possible anyway. We'd never know.
If you know it, just tell me.
Okay, if I find the secret. So a question here. Obviously, the World Cup is starting here. Not here, in Brazil, obviously, this weekend, but starts already. Who's your favourite football team? Not necessarily on the national level, and why?
Yeah, for sure. The Spanish one, but not is because the Spanish is because it's the best.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, yes. No, but yeah, they are the all winners. They win last World Champ, so they are the who can win again. The team is really good, and the players are really good, and they are come from to Barcelona or Madrid. Because the best players are there, so yeah, it's really nice because my favorite team is Barca, so many players are playing in Spain.
And not just for Spain though, they're playing for Brazil, for Argentina as well.
Yeah, as well, yeah. So this is maybe a problem because they have more rivals. So no, but it's cool, and yeah, I like Spain, yes.
A really good question we've got. Where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? It's your first year in MotoGP now. Where do you hope to be in 10 years?
As Vale, where Vale is an official
Valentino,
team, and yeah, for sure, it's the dream of all riders. It's be Valentino, not because he won a lot of champs is because he's still here winning. So for us, it's really important to win, to be the fastest one, but we want to be the fastest one in 10 years, in 15 years, and Vale is showing that it's possible to do with 30, I don't know, 36 years old. He have
35, I think. He'll be getting very
more,
annoyed.
sorry.
He stood over there. Say it quietly.
Okay, 35, and I'm 23, so I hope in 10 years be in a factory team fighting for win races. This is amazing.
So in 10 years, you'll need 8 more world champions.
Yeah, I think
Is that going to happen? Come on.
it's
You
a
hope
little bit
so.
tough, but okay, we're gonna try it. Why not?
Yourself and Aleix, you're great friends as well as brothers, of course.
Yeah.
What's the funniest thing that you've done together? What's your favourite story that you tell about the antics you two get up to?
Wow, a lot, but I think the funniest is that we are always together, and we are joking always. Before start the season, he was joking me and pushing me. I'm gonna beat you all races. I win you in the final of the World Championship, because when we raced together in Moto2, he won me at the end of the championship for 1 point, just 1 point. So he said, I'm gonna do the same this year. So now I'm improving, and he's like, you know, taking some time to be with us, but yeah, always it's funny with my brother. We take so fun. We work together at home, and it's really nice. Yeah.
If you were battling yourself and Aleix on the last lap, and he were to knock you out, we hope it doesn't happen, of course. But if he were to do that, what would happen? What would you do?
Maybe I forgot the brakes and I entered there, but I really don't know. You know, a lot of people ask to us what happened if the
What
last
happens
lap.
if, yeah.
Yeah, if the last lap you are fighting with Aleix, and I explain, okay, maybe we will fight, but I really don't know what I gonna do in that moment, because that comes from the inside, you know, the inside of your mind in that moment with full adrenaline, give to you one decision that maybe it's not the correct one, but it's a decision, and you make maybe a disaster. But I really don't know what I'm gonna do if one last lap. For sure, if we have it, you will see on the TV, because I really don't know.
Here at your home Grand Prix, what chances do you think you have of finishing on the podium, finishing in the top 3?
It's really difficult. Okay, the dream is free, but I think it's gonna be really difficult, because okay, we have the 2 Honda's factory bikes in front. Pedrosa always it's so fast here. He races at home too as us, and also Marquez it's race home, so we have 2. Also Jorge, it's a really good moment right now. Also Valentino, it's really good right now.
His favourite circuit.
Yeah, and we can't forget the 2 Ducatis, my brother. So yeah, it is crazy to set or to think about the podium, but okay, we're gonna fight as we did in Mugello. We won the Ducatis in Mugello. That is really good, and it was really difficult, but we did. So why not here? I don't know what they're gonna do.
Is it a similar racetrack to Mugello, do you think, in a way? Long straights?
Well, why not? Yes, long corners. There is much long corners. Maybe here we have more hard brakes than in Mugello, but yeah, it's pretty similar than in Mugello. I hope that the result have to be a little bit better, because we are at home. But yeah, the track it's good for Yamaha too. So okay, well, we will see what happens.
Now, question: is Rookie of the Year good enough to be Rookie of the Year this year, or do you want to be in the top 5 by the end of the season?
Okay, be the rookie, it's okay, because it shows that we did a good result at the final of the year, because okay, we was the rookie, the fastest rookie, but I think it is not enough for me. Okay, I don't tell that I want to be on top 3, because it's crazy, but why not the first semi-official bike? We are 6, we are close to the 5, and yeah, looks like we can. Okay, why not? It will be difficult for sure, but we are trying and we are fighting for it. We have to learn a lot, and we are more or less there. So we are showing that we can do it, but still we have to do it. So we are learning a lot, and the progress is really good. but still many races. It's think about the final of the championship now. It's a little bit crazy.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Pol.
Thanks to you.
Once more. Please, everyone, round of applause, please, for Pol Espargaro.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great stuff. Cheers, Pol, and all the best in
Thank
your
you.
home race here in
Cheers.
Barcelona.
Cheers, mate.
Welcome back then to the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit here in the northeast of Spain. Of course, it's the Monster Energy Grand Prix of Catalunya. And of course, we are joined by a MotoGP legend in Valentino Rossi.
Ciao.
Thank you very much. Ciao, Valentino. How are you today?
I'm
You all
okay,
well?
I'm okay.
Bit warm.
Warm, but it's good, it's good.
You like it like that?
Yeah. Also in Italy, this week was very, very hot. The summer start, everybody waiting. It's very short, the summer, so it's good that it's hot. I like.
And of course, it's a big day, not only because it's the start of the Monster Energy race here, but you've launched a new product here this weekend, the Monster Energy, the Doctor.
Yeah.
Your own can. When you started, did you think that you'd have your own can of soft drink, of energy drink?
What do you think?
Exactly.
No. At the beginning, no.
What's it like?
It's a good feeling.
What does it taste like?
Is a long time together with Monster, and Monster arrived with this idea, and we start to work a little bit on the design of the can, and also on the taste. So we test a lot of different tastes, and we decide this. So I hope that everybody like and enjoy.
I bet that was good fun, testing all the different ones.
Exactly. We have pictures with all the different tastes to try. So
did you like it? I have to say I've tried it, and it's actually good.
You like?
I wanted to know if it was the taste of Valentino before or after a race. That's what I wasn't sure about at all.
Is during the race.
During the race,
that
much energy. I like it. I like your thinking there, Valentino. Right, of course, if you want to send your questions in to Valentino Rossi and ask them now, quick hashtag AskVale on Twitter, and we'll try and get it in before the end of the next 10 minutes or so when we've got Valentino here. So make sure, here are some that we've already had sent in by you, members of the public at home, to a 9-time world champion alongside me. Right, the first question, I like this one. If you had one question for your fans, what would you ask them?
I don't know. Why they are my fans? What they like about me as a rider, as my riding style, or my style? I don't know, my color, the helmet, and everything.
Yeah, I think they'll enjoy you as a person. That's probably what they're going to respond.
Impossible.
Right, good question. Who's been your favourite rival to battle against?
I have a long career and a lot of different rivals, a lot of great riders, also of different age and different moment of the career. In the past, I like to battle with Capirossi a lot of battles, and after, yes, I have Biaggi, Gibernau, Stoner is very strong. I want to say also Lorenzo, that in 2009 had a great battle here in Barcelona. Now Marquez, but difficult to say. Maybe with Lorenzo, the best battle.
You have some, well, of course.
Also because we have the same bike, no? So
yeah.
It's same team, so it's more wild.
Yeah, it's closer always.
Yeah.
It's all about the rider.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Of course, in 2009, we heard you talk about it there. Of course, it was that fantastic race between yourself and Jorge. It was such an epic race. What does it mean now? Because so many people must write to you and say that was one of my favourite races of all time. What does it mean to you to form part of? I know you form part of MotoGP history anyway, but to be one of the greatest races of all time, what does that make you think?
Is great. It's fantastic to be a part of that type of race that is remain always in the mind of the fans, no? So it's something that will have the same charm also in 20 years, you know, because it was a special race because first of all everybody have Stoner, have Pedrosa, so big battle, high level. But especially with Jorge, the battle was not just on the last lap, but on the last corner. So it's is something great. The adrenaline, the emotion of the last corner is unique, no? And usually it's more Moto3, Moto2 that arrive at the last corner, but it's difficult that you decide the victory of a MotoGP in the last corner. So I think this is the key, the secret of that race.
This is the one thing that people stick in their mind. But what were you thinking when you got out of that last corner and you crossed the line? What was going through your head? Because we saw that you looked happy.
Yeah, because sincerely it was a big risk, was a big gamble, because I think maybe I can make that overtake, but I wasn't sure. So have the overtake at the same moment after just some second, the finish line is incredible.
The fact that it was with Jorge and you were on the same bikes and it was him as well, did that, I don't know, did it push you on to greater things, racing Jorge?
Yeah, for sure, because also was a very important moment of the season. Jorge growing up very much in 2009 was already ready for fight for the championship. And we arrived in that moment, Jorge was in front of me in the ranking, and that was one key race of the championship because was the first real fight on the last lap, and I was able to win, so it was very important for win the championship also.
And I remember at the time people were saying that we hadn't had a race decided on the last lap, and then suddenly this epic race happened. It was fantastic.
I think the last two laps was fantastic.
Do you know? Do you remember how many times?
A lot of overtaking.
How many? Do you remember? I can't remember off the top of my head.
I overtake him two laps to the end. He overtake me on the straight. I overtake me on the first corner. I think that was the best pass. And after I stay in front, and on the next lap, he overtake me another time on the straight, and I wasn't able to overtake him on the first corner, but I overtake him on the turn 4, but he overtake me another time, and after we arrived to the last corner, so it's the five overtaking in the last 2 laps.
Do you think that can happen this weekend?
I hope.
We hope so.
Everybody hopes.
Exactly, because Mugello was a fantastic race at the front. Do you think, and if you'd have had a good qualifying, do you think you'd have been there as well, and we might have something similar at a track you love so much?
I think that with a good qualifying, I can fight with Jorge Mark because I was behind, not so far for all the race, but I was starting from 10th position, so I lose all the chance. So for this weekend, I have to start more in front. But anyway, also last week, Jorge Mark did a massive fight, fantastic to watch, and I think that this year MotoGP races are more exciting.
Yeah, Marc Marquez obviously has won all the races to now. Everyone's hoping, I think, for another battle at least at the front like we saw, but we are asked, do you have 3 words for Marc Marquez? And make them clean, please.
Small fucking bastard.
So obviously not clean.
No,
I'll apologise for anyone watching.
It's difficult to say in 3 words, but it's something true, because he's a very good guy out of the track. He's always smiling, very positive. And at the same time very bad on the track, but you know, it's like this is the sport, and also great skill to ride the bike.
We've always seen you in the past. I remember your battles with Sete Gibernau and with Jorge. You always seem to work very much on a mental side, on the, not just on the physical and not just on the bike itself, but the mental game as well. Do you do any training? Is there anything in particular that you work on? Is it something you think of?
You know, it's all very natural. I mean, first of all, you have to be very strong on the track, because if you are not strong enough on the track, also if you are strong out of the track, the result is not the same. But if you are strong on the track, you can not play, but work a little bit also outside of the track, especially if you understand that your rival suffer this. And I think it's like this more or less everywhere, and in our sport that is a lot of time 1 versus 1 is important. Yeah.
It's head to head. You need that edge.
Yeah.
Little edge as well. Do you think, Valentino, it's going to be possible to see you win a 10th title in the future?
This is a dream. This is the dream for me. I hope to continue this season plus another 2 with the factory Yamaha.
Can we confirm that yet?
We are very close with the contract.
I thought we were getting an exclusive then.
And no, still not, but I think that we are not far. We speak already with Yamaha. I'm very proud, very happy, because Yamaha is agreed to continue another 2 seasons. Give me this great chance, and this is fantastic. It means that especially this year I work very well. You know, win another championship is the target, is a dream for the end of my career. Will be very hard, but not impossible.
I'm sure not. Not with the way you've been performing this season.
Yeah.
Have you had to do anything extra? Have you changed? Obviously, we know you changed from Jerry Burgess to Silvano as well this year. But is there anything else that you feel you've changed in order to, I don't know, put one over on the younger ones?
Try to change my riding style and adapt more my riding style to the bikes, to the electronic, and to the tire that we have now. Try to follow every small details during the weekend. Try to work very strong with my team. With Jerry was finished last year, and now with Silvano is very good the work in the box. Also with Matteo, that is my computer man. And I think basically this. And also after 2 difficult seasons with Ducati, I need time for go back at the top, because it's not easy. And also last year with the Yamaha, I wasn't able to use the bike at 100% of the potential, but this year I was able to do a small step.
Someone asked, what's so special about the number 46 to you?
It's very special because was my number, the number of Graziano, of my father, when he did his best season in 250, and it was 79, the year that I was born. Graziano fight for the championship and added the number 46, so this is the main reason.
Everyone tells me he should have won the championship this year, but I was only one. So.
The story is that I have to finish in some way the work of Graziano, because Graziano was very fast rider, but always make mistake, injury, and wasn't able to win the championship, never. So I arrive with the same number for finish his work, and I think I do also some extra works.
Is Graziano still pushing you now? Does he always call you and say,
no,
why are you qualifying? Why are you not qualifying on the front row?
Yeah, for sure. He's very, very close to me. He come at the races, and he wanna always give me some good advice and understand why the things are not good when are bad, and very happy when I'm fast.
I want to ask you. I was stood above the field of fans in Mugello, and you've seen it every year. Those fans there. But this year, for me, it felt like more than ever, down the end of the straight, right down the other end as well. What does it feel like to have so many people supporting you and rooting for you?
Is fantastic. The podium in Mugello is, I think, the most special moment of the season. I've also, for example, in Phillip Island, Misano, a lot of people, a lot of crowd, but in Mugello is something special. And be there, feel a little bit like a rock star, you know. And no, it's great because you feel the passion and all the fans that are cheering for you. So you have to make a good race, you know. And also it was a long time that I wasn't on the podium in Mugello, so for this reason it was also more special.
And how long did it take you to get out of the track afterwards? Having to sign all the autographs, having to...
Mugello is difficult,
Yeah, I
Mugello
know.
is difficult.
I was
but,
stuck in traffic for 2 hours. So.
No, I stay there. I start Monday.
Of
Yeah,
course.
because I go to my friend. I have my friend around the track, and the Sunday night usually we eat together.
Okay, so here in Barcelona, will there be a Sunday night party, do you think?
Maybe yes, but unfortunately Monday we have test. So
This hasn't stopped you before.
yeah, but I cannot do too late.
Oh, come on. I want to ask one question as well, because I know you're a big football fan.
Yeah.
And it's Italy, and
Yeah.
you're playing My England, actually,
Yeah.
on Saturday night. But it
Yeah.
doesn't start till midnight. Are you going to watch it?
Yeah. I mean, sincerely, also Saturday night, at midnight, I'm awake. I don't sleep very much during the weekend. So I will start to see the match. Also because I hear that all the English guys are very positive.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
So I think it's very important to understand the potential, the first half an hour to understand the Italy potential of this World Cup. And after I will decide if I see all the matches, because at the end maybe it finished too late, so I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, if we don't see Valentino in warm-up on Sunday...
It means that Italy won
Exactly,
a lot.
had a great time. Well, we hope that you can also have a great result this weekend, Valentino.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for talking to us, and we wish you all the
Thanks
best for this weekend's race. And let's hope for another 2009, perhaps.
Yeah, it's great. It's like the target is try to stay, especially with Jorgen Mark, and stay together for a great battle in the last 3 laps.
We'd love to see that battle. Thanks, Valentino. Let's have a big cheer, round of applause as well for Valentino from here. Welcome back then to the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit here in northeastern Spain. A little bit of a treat for you now, because just for the next few minutes we're joined by Sam Lowes, of course, who's a Moto2 rider, reigning World Supersport champion as well. Sam, thanks very much for joining us. You looking forward to this weekend in Barcelona?
Yeah, I mean the season's getting better and better. We're slowly getting there, and I'm really looking forward to this place. It's a fantastic track. It looks great, and I've not raced here before, so I'm excited for it. But hopefully we can carry on the momentum from Mugello, where the race was so-so, but the weekend was really positive.
Have you tested here before?
No, I've never tested. I've rode here once on the track day. That's it. So I know where it goes.
What were you riding then?
I actually rode a Honda 600 really standard bike.
Right.
I know where it goes, but that's about it really.
That's it. Well, no, I suppose you
It's
can
a
at
lot
least you
better
know
than
your
some of
way
the
around.
tracks, so it's good.
Exactly, that's the thing. And obviously in Mugello, especially during qualifying, how happy were you to do that in what was the team's home race, of course?
Yeah. I think for the atmosphere in the team, for everybody in the team, it was an important step to make that good result, and then just keep the positiveness within the garage. But I knew we could do a decent job. Maybe I didn't think we could put it on the front row, but it was great to do it, and get that feeling of being there in Moto2, and hopefully we can now I've got the bug for it, we can put it on there again.
Because actually, it seems like you've been doing it the other way around this year, not qualifying so well and racing great.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll be the first to admit it was a tough first couple of laps there.
Yeah. The first 3 laps in Mugello were I think the worst of my career. It was really, really bad. And
Why though? Why do you think?
I struggled a little bit. We made a small change for the race, which was a small change. Shouldn't have been a big difference really, but I just really struggled with losing the front. And in that class, if you're not aggressive into the corners, especially the first 3 laps, they make you know about it. And that's what happened. And I found myself, I think, I can't remember off the top of my head, 9th, 10th position, thinking, oh God, I could have qualified here. I did all that work yesterday to lose it all, but it's a learning process in Supersport. The pace wasn't quite as hot at the start, so that the guys really make it happen here, and I'll get there.
Do you have to do things differently? I mean, in terms of having how you raced in World Supersport, to do things in Moto 2, is there anything you need to do from qualifying to race that you're learning?
One way, which I could probably describe it most easy, is in Supersport, the lap time I made in qualifying for 100% effort, pushing the maximum every corner. If you do that every lap of every corner of every lap in Moto 2, you might be somewhere near. That's the difference. It's just that everything is such a high momentum, even from the very first corner of the race. I have to be on it, and that's where I just need to up my game a little bit more sharp.
Has it been a bigger step than you imagined?
To be honest, I think it's been nearly what I had imagined.
Right.
I think that with every race I finished, I've been top 10, but we are, 7th, 8th. We're not 4th, 5th, so we're just in the top 10. And yeah, I want more. Obviously, I want more, and the team want more. But I think the potential is more, and I think that's what I expected to a steady start to the year, and towards the end of the year, be fighting for the podium. And I think we're sort of on course for that. So hopefully we can keep working hard. I can keep improving and hopefully improve the bike a bit and get there.
So you got your first front row. When do you think that first podium might come?
Well, I hope Mugello, but it didn't quite work out. And to be honest, in Mugello, I knew that we probably didn't have the pace for a podium, really.
Right.
But here, we'll see how we get on over the weekend. And the one thing I'm really surprised at that I didn't expect in Moto 2 is every weekend is a little bit different. The top 3 or 4 guys are the same, but after that, there's it changes a little bit, and I think that's something I need to make sure that we're consistent every week and staying as close to the front as we can. And if we keep working, I just need that last 2% of confidence, and then I think we'll get there. So hopefully this weekend.
What about your rivals that you're against? Because you've got 16, 17 different Grand Prix winners. You've got numerous world champions in there as well. What do you make of the company you're keeping?
Oh, last year I'd have a bad day. I'd be 4th or 5th in Supersport thinking, oh no. And now I'm having a bad day in P25, but I'm looking at people around me. Like I know Tyrrell's not having the best of time at the minute. Ex-world champion, 3-time race winner in Moto 2. This year, even when I'm having a bad day, he's been behind me, and it really shows the depth and level of Moto 2. And I think that's something that the organisers and the championship can be very proud of. The depth of field that we've got in that class, in all these GP classes, is phenomenal, really.
Does that make it much harder work for you
over
a weekend?
Yeah.
Are you exhausted by a Monday?
No, for me, the intensity is mass. That's the biggest thing. You miss half a session, you can't get the result. This is what it feels like at the minute. Maybe when things are working a bit better, it'll be less. But now we have to do the maximum every session to arrive in close as we can to the front.
So for the people who don't know, the difference between a Supersport 600 bike and a Moto 2 600, what's the big difference?
One of the big differences is the weight and the electronics, basically, because in Supersport, as much as a lot more production bike, the electronics were big time compared to Moto 2 because we don't have any. But it's basically just a lot more stiff and rigid in Moto 2, like a race bike. I'd say it's just more technical to ride. You need more input from the rider in Moto 2, whereas if you can ride quite good in Supersport and you get your electronics set up good, you can make a good result. In Moto 2, you have to be hit everything 100%. You have to work on the suspension, get it perfect. Work on the balance of the bike, get it perfect. Get the tyre degradation perfect. Every little thing. And this is, for me, the biggest difference is that to get the Moto 2 best out of it, you have to do 100% in every level.
So how much are you having to lean on the team then to help you with those things?
Because for me, I've not got enough experience with a race bike, in effect, to give them everything they need. So we're all having to work together all the time to learn what I need to tell them, basically. But we had a good test after the race in Mugello where we improved a lot, but also we could try stuff that didn't work so that I could, that at the minute, us testing things that don't work is really good because I at least get a different feeling on the bike. So that's definitely helping. So hopefully I can bring that to this weekend and sort of steer us in a bit more the right direction. And like I said, it's so tight in this class that we just need that last little bit and we'll be away.
So you fancy it then this weekend? You think it's going to happen?
Yeah, I really, really think we can do a good job. And
have you ridden in the wet at all yet?
We did not full wet.
Not
we did
full
half
wet
session at Mugello, but to be honest, it wasn't wet at all. And being British, I don't mind the rain in the past. And this weekend could be wet, so maybe it could be a good thing. But for sure, I want my first podium, if I can get one in Moto 2, to be in the drive. Every race, I think, wants that.
Yeah, I think that's what you always pray for, don't you?
Because if I did get a good result in the rain, I'll take it at the minute, to be honest.
I think it's fair enough, isn't it? You can have that.
In your heart, you know that you need to do it in the dry conditions and prove that we can really do it.
And looking further on the season, are you looking forward to Silverstone? Yeah,
massively. I like Silverstone anyway. It's one of my favourite circuits, and I'm really enjoying the MotoGP paddock, and I think it'd be a really special feeling to do it in front of my home crowd. So hopefully we can pick the pace up before then, and we can go there really fighting for the podium, if not something more.
Third of the way then, through your first season.
Yeah.
How are you going to sum up what you've done so far? Or how you're feeling so far?
No, I feel like I can't think in one word, but basically I just feel like I'm in a massive learning curve, and I feel like we're in a good place. I feel in a positive place, but I feel like it's, you know, we're halfway up the hill, if you like. You know, I feel like I've learnt so much already, and we just need that little bit more to get over the hill, and then we can start to show what we really can do in this class.
Well, let's hope so. Sam Lowes, everyone, round of applause, please.
Thank you.
From those of us who are here. Cheers, Sam. Thank you very much, and all the best this weekend.
Cheers. Thank you. Can I get?
Welcome back to the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit. Carl's just too busy checking his Twitter or sending a message or something at the moment, but we're here for the Monster Energy Grand Premi de Catalunya.
I said to you how long? You never told me. I was just taking a picture of the Monster Club.
Because someone was talking in my ear at the same time. Anyway, we'll put that one behind us. We've got Cal Crutchlow, everyone, alongside us for the last person we're going to see up here at the Monster Energy compound. Big weekend here in Barcelona. Are you looking forward to this race? This one you enjoy?
Yeah, Barcelona's always been a favourite circuit for most riders, I think. I don't really know too many riders that say that there's anything wrong, because you've got everything. You know, you've got fast corners, slow corners, but the straight and into the first corner is amazing. The speed that we managed to carry down that hill and into the chicane, and turn 3 we have some sliding and stuff like that. It's good fun, you know. I think we normally always get good weather, which is great as well, but you know, what a Grand Prix for Monster Energy to have. You know, I think it's one of the best ones of the year that we all enjoy. There's normally great close racing, some good passing opportunities here as well, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Should be a good weekend.
You talk about that sliding at turn 3. I know we always talk about the electronics and these kind of things, but you still think you'll be able to get it a little bit spinning up coming out of there?
Oh yeah, you know, I think people have this misconception that we've got electronics and you can't slide the bikes, but you definitely can. It's just a bit of a safety aid if we need it as such. Obviously it restricts a little bit, it will cut the tyre spin, but you can really open the bike up and make the thing slide. We'll show you tomorrow, see how it works.
Okay, yeah, fingers crossed, let's hope. I'm looking forward to that one. Eyes focused on turn 3 in particular. Right, if you want to get any questions in, hashtag #AskCal, we'll try and squeeze them in over the next 10 minutes or so. But some of the questions people have asked, what's happened to the Honey Badger persona nickname? Is that going to come back at all?
What happened with the Honey Badger thing was, I had a not so bad race. It was here the first time that I got it, actually, but I got beat by Andrea, so I took it straight off. And then, no joke, the next morning we had a test here. I left the pit lane, and unaware to me, it had rained overnight, and underneath the bridge there was water dripping, and Abraham had crashed, but I didn't know. And I was set off around the track, and I crashed in exactly the same space. And as soon as I had that, I had a bit of bad luck. I chucked it away, but yeah, I think still I have the same attitude, but I don't have the logo on the arse of the leathers anymore. So, but yeah, I definitely still have the same attitude. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the Honey Badger attitude was the old, basically, once he's got hold of you, he'd never let you go. That's about right.
Yeah, and you know, it's sort of like
bit feisty.
Bit feisty.
A little bit feisty.
I would say.
Cal, occasionally, you can be a little bit feisty, can't you?
Yeah, but not like a diva feisty. Just feisty if someone really annoys me. So just don't annoy me, Gav, and then you'll have no problem,
I'll try my
mate.
best. It's the bulldog spirit, I think we call it, isn't it? I'll try my best not to. Gee whiz, I'm just trying to ask the questions around here. There was a question here. We know you did the parade lap at the Isle of Man TT. Is it something in the future you'd ever like to do at all?
It's something I want to do every single year, and the more and more time that I go around it, because I live there, the more and more I love it. You know, I have a massive passion for the Isle of Man TT anyway, and for the Isle of Man.
Because that's where you live, of course.
Yeah, of course, and but also, you know, it's just it's a great event. It's something spectacular, and the adrenaline you get to ride around the circuit is fantastic. But To race it, I don't think I have any chance because my wife would kill me. And that's the deal. You know, I won't race the roads or such. But if it was down to me, yeah, sure, I'd do it tomorrow. But
Lucy won't have it.
No, Lucy ain't having any of that.
And she's the boss.
But you know, it's a spectacular event. I love going to watch. I love supporting it. Monster Energy again, support that great event. They seem to do all the cool events, you see. But yeah, I love the TT.
What's been so far your most memorable moment in MotoGP, do you think?
Well, nothing this year, that's for sure.
They're still to come then.
Yeah,
There's
you know,
memories to be made.
we're only 6 races
exactly,
in.
third of the way through the season.
But yeah, I think, you know, there's no doubt we can make good history in MotoGP in years to come, because we've already had a few of the British records, which is nice. So I would say that. I'm not really a statistics person, so I don't look at any goal and say, I want to beat that, I want to finish on the podium this many times. We just do our best whenever we can. But I would say one of the best moments for me was when I shared the podium with Casey and Jorge in 2012 in Australia, because 2011 I had a dreadful year, and then when I went in 2012 I had not a bad year at all, but I was sat on the podium with a guy that had just won the world title that day, and a guy that was retiring, as such, and a guy that had won the title that day. So it was a special feeling for me, because I'd never experienced to be. The crowd was for them. I'm not stupid, but it was just something that was spectacular in my career that I said that was really, really good. And winning my World Supersport title, I suppose, was another thing.
Right. Okay. What about your transfer from Tech 3 to Ducati, where you were riding this year? Are you starting to get used to the Des Mercedici?
Not really, to be honest. I think, you know me, I'm honest. I will always tell you the truth. The bike's strange to ride. It's something that I've spent 3 years learning to ride like Lorenzo, one of the best in Moto Grand Prix. The smooth style, we know how he can hammer out the laps. I know it didn't look like it on TV, but there's different body positions on the bike, so it looks like I'm an aggressive rider as such. But I've spent 3 years smoothing out, learning to ride like him. We did a good job of that in the end. I felt in some races last year, you know, we had some great races. I beat Mark in some races. I beat Pedrosa in a race. I beat Valle in some races. And now we move to the Ducati, and you have to change the style again. So it's like me starting MotoGP all over again. So in the moment, I don't feel comfortable. But when I do, I have full confidence that I can come back and challenge at the front. It just takes time, you know, and I think I've took the risks. I've done all that stuff of trying, of pushing, of not pushing. I think now we have to start to refocus and look in a different way to get the results. And when they change the bike, I think, you know, that's when we'll start to have good results.
I was going to say, you've seen Gigi Dall'Igna now, you've worked with him over the last few months now. Do you think he's going to be able to make it possible for you to win the championship with Ducati, or at least challenge for it?
I think it's going to be very difficult, because the way we have to look at it now is with the Michelin takeover in 2016, means that everybody's going to have to redesign a bike again. Obviously, we're redesigning a bike for next year. But then what do we do with that bike? Scrap it and get another one after that, because the tyres are what sticks you to the ground, you know, essentially. So maybe we're already a little bit behind anyway, and then that's going to put you behind again. It's difficult to say with Gigi. You know, I think for me, he's a great engineer, of course, you know, or else Ducati wouldn't have taken him on, wouldn't have employed him. But we'll have to see, you know, if he comes up with the goods, and hopefully he will. I have full trust and confidence in my team. You know, the guys in my side of the garage and around me, I know they're working 100% for me. And for people who sit at home and say, Ducati, you know, not getting the results, they're not doing that, it's not through the lack of commitment and working hard, because I can guarantee you they work more than anybody in this paddock. You know, I've never seen a team that go home every night at 2 a.m. that have meetings and do the stuff they do is phenomenal. But at the moment, it hasn't transpired into the results. So I look forward to when it does, and rewarding all those guys.
Talking of going to sleep at 2 a.m, it's something I asked Valentino, but obviously it's England versus Italy on Saturday night before the race in the World Cup. It doesn't start till midnight here in Spain. Will you be watching?
Did he say he'd be watching?
He said he would, yeah.
Yeah, well, I will be then as well.
He said he'd watch the first half an hour and see whether it was worth watching the rest of the match.
We'll see who's got the loudest motorhome.
Are you going to watch it together?
No, we'll stay in our separate motorhomes. We've got to keep this apart.
Could it get a little bit nasty?
Because I've already had a big argument with the team. Not about the racing either, just about the football match. So it's like me versus them.
What would happen if England were to win?
What I've decided with the team is, because at the moment we've got no chance of getting any bonus money from them, I believe that we should have, if England win, I get my bonus money. If Italy win, then we should just keep it the way it is. So
I wonder if Gigi Dall'Igna is watching at this moment in time.
But no, I think, I hope they do it, because it'd be great. I would just be able to go in with a big smug face on me the next day.
Because you love your football anyway, don't you?
Yeah, I love it. Obviously I spent years, that's what I did before I raced bikes. I didn't have the passion for it anymore. I definitely didn't. I was getting bored. I was getting cold on a Sunday morning and a Saturday afternoon. But yeah, I love football. I love to watch it more now than what I did when I was playing. So hopefully the guys can get it done. And somebody said to me earlier, who do you think's going to win the World Cup? And I said England, but
that's what I was about to ask you. So okay, you've got to pick one out now.
No, I've got to go with England, because I have to back them, don't I?
And this weekend, you do have special boots on, don't you?
Yeah. I have the Alpine Star special boot. I have the 3 lines on both boots, and then I have the names of all the players written on the boots. There's something special and something cool Alpine Star did for all the riders that they have. But yeah, I'm looking forward to showcasing them. Hopefully the 11 players can push me along.
Well, that's the goal. I was about
bring
to
me
say.
up 11 places, that'll do.
Is that what you were hoping for? You hope they can give you something on Sunday?
Yeah, we need it, definitely. So after Mugello, we have to regroup, refocus, and I'm optimistic about Barcelona. I think it's as I said, it's a great circuit, something I'm looking forward to riding, and we'll always give 100%. There's no doubt about that.
We know that from the Honey Badger, as always. Thanks very much, Cal. Round of applause, please, for Cal Crutchlow. Thank you very much. That's all from us here at the Barcelona-Catalunya circuit in Spain. We hope you've enjoyed the last hour, and you'll be able to watch it all again, I'm sure, to your heart's content. Thanks very much for joining us.